top-secret research laboratory, Arctic Circle. Two workers in fur-lined coats and hats are sitting outside playing cards on a metal barrel. One holds up the 5 of diamonds, then flicks out 4 aces from behind it.
Hurrah! Jak wygrał!
Coins they were betting with rise up into the air.
Ja лучший игрок!
The winner notices the money's gone. The winner picks up a shovel and threatens to hit the loser, who points up at the sky desperately. The shovel flies out of the winner's hand and up into the sky, followed by the metal barrel. An enormous magnet descends from the sky. Workers rush out with guns. Everything metallic is rising towards the huge, powerful magnet, taking workers along too. Snowcat vehicles with caterpillar tracks ascend towards the magnet. Whole cabins rise and stick to the magnet. Finally, the central hexagonal pod rises, its legs tearing free of the concrete blocks they're secured in. It sticks to the magnet along with all the other objects. The magnet flies away, leaving the place in chaos. A couple of lab workers in white coats stir groggily on the ground. The door of a portaloo swings open. A man sat on the toilet reading a newspaper quickly shuts the door. In a secret command center, a fat man sitting at a desk talks to a group of other people who watch the magnet incident on a big screen.
3 weeks. We're still no closer to cracking this. Right. Bring him in.
Yes, sir.
The man Ramsbottom talks to a young red-headed woman, Lucy.
この先、
Bald,
左から合流があります。
broad-shouldered, Gru steps out of his house wearing a dark jacket and a grey and black striped scarf. He attaches a canister to a fearsome-looking bazooka-style gun, pulls the trigger, and a unicorn balloon inflates on the end. At a child's birthday party, 3 small kids go down the slide of a bouncy castle.
This is the best party ever!
A little blonde girl, Edith, peeks out from under a table. She's dressed as a ninja, but with a pink knitted hat. She swishes a sword. She climbs up onto some monkey bars and swings across, avoiding various electrical obstacles beneath her. She drops down and avoids an animal trap. 2 girls fish rubber ducks out of a paddling pool. One fishes out a real piranha with big gnashers. A boy swings an axe and a sword. A little girl whacks him with a club. The girl Agnes is on her pretend unicorn.
Oh no! A dragon is approaching!
A small ugly dog, Kyle, is dressed as a dragon.
Fear not, for here come the gallant knights to save us.
A slightly older girl, Margot. The minions march in dressed as knights. The minions fight amongst themselves. Gru's on the phone by a barbecue.
No. What do you mean she's not coming? I have a backyard full of these little girls who are counting on the visit from a fairy princess.
A minion swings a mace at him. Gru fends off the minion with a spatula.
Listen, I don't want a refund. I want the fairy princess. Please, I'm begging you. You know what? I hope that you can sleep at night, you crusher of little girls' dreams.
Oh, when's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
Yay!
Stole them.
He addresses 2 minions by him. A painted board reads the magic show. All the kids are watching. 2 minions in top hats and capes are with Edith. One blows up a balloon and puts it in her mouth. The other wields a chainsaw.
Okay, all right. That's enough of the magic show.
The minions and Edith lope off.
Wait, did you hear that? It sounded like the twinkling sounds of magical fairy dust.
It's the fairy princess! She's coming!
Look!
Edith lets the balloon escape from her mouth. It shoots up into the air. Gru, dressed in a pink off-the-shoulder frock with a skirt of cascading frills, is lowered through the air. He's also wearing a tiara, fairy wings, and a deadpan expression. 3 minions are lowering him on a pulley system. One sees the balloon and lets go of the rope. They lose control and Gru crashes into one wall, then another, and finally flat on his back on the lawn. He struggles to stand up.
It is I, Gru's Zinkerbell. the most magical fairy princess of all. And I am here to wish Princess Agnes a very happy birthday.
How come you're so fat?
Because my house is made of candy. And sometimes I eat instead of facing my problems.
How come you have...
Okay, time for cake.
He blew glitter into the girl's face.
Thank you, Gru Tinkerbell. You're the best fairy princess ever.
You are welcome, little girl.
Agnes heads off, then returns.
I know it's really you, Gru. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
She goes, Gru smiles. A mom grabs hold of him.
Hey there, Gru, Mr. Life of the Party.
Hello, Jillian.
So, I'm gonna go out on a limb here that my friend Natalie is recently single, and...
No. Get off the limb right now. No limb.
Oh, come on. She's a riot. She sings karaoke. She has a lot of free time. Looks aren't that important to her.
No, Jills, that is not happening. Seriously, I'm fine.
Okay, fine. Forget Natalie. How about my cousin Linda?
No.
Oh, I know someone whose husband just died.
He sprays her with a hose.
I'm sorry, I did not see you there. Or there.
On a surveillance camera, Kyle comes out onto the front lawn. A caption reads, "Species unknown." Kyle scuttles under a toy table and knocks over a toy chair.
Kyle, no! Do not do your business on the petunia!
Caption, "Target acquired."
There you go. Those are Freds. Go crazy.
Kyle wheezes on a bush next door and all the foliage drops off.
Good boy.
Mr. Gru?
What I did, what, yes?
Lucy in a blue coat.
Hi. Agent Lucy Wilde of the AVL. Oh, whoops. Sorry. You're gonna have to come with me.
Oh, sorry, I...
He fires his freeze ray. She neutralizes it with a fire ray.
You know, you really should announce your weapons after you fire them, Mr. Gru. For example...
She tases him. He shakes and dances.
この先、左から合流があります。
Oh, it works so good.
He's collapsed to the pavement. She pulls him up by his scarf. His head flops in between his legs. She pushes him from behind, and he does a sort of forward roll.
Large person.
She tries to pull him by the leg. She gets into her car and reverses.
Oh, sorry.
She knocked him over. She stuffs him in the boot.
There.
She forces the lid of the boot down. Two minions spot her. They chase after the car as she drives away. One manages to jump on the boot. The second minion jumps up. The one on the boot catches him by the straps of his dungarees. He falls back down. His friend's still holding on to his straps. He skids along the road like he's water skiing. As the car turns a corner, the road skiing minion skids out to the side and crashes into a box by some bins. Now dragged along in the box, he finds he's quite comfortable and waves at his friend, who waves back. The car turns another corner and the minion in his box crashes into a whirligig and a freshly laundered sheet falls on him. The sheet forms a parachute around him. He rises off the ground, losing the box, and now it's like he's parasailing. A duck crashes into him. The duck flies away. Lucy notices the minions in her wing mirror and slams on her brakes. The parasailer flies forward. The other one gets dragged with him. Lucy drives forward to catch them both in her car through the sunroof. She lipstick tasers them both, then steps on the accelerator with her perfectly pedicured foot. She speeds along a street lined with cafes, and several people have to jump out of her way to avoid being flattened. She drives into a table and chairs, sending them flying. She zooms along a pier, and a man fishing hurls himself off to avoid being run over. The car drives straight into the sea and sinks down under the water. She presses a button on the dashboard. The wheels retract into the body of the car. The roof and an extra screen come up, and two propellers extend from the bottom, and underwater the vehicle whizzes through the water.
I'm about my money, I ain't worried.
One of the minions fiddles with the radio. Lucy smacks his hand. They travel along the seabed where bright coral grows. They swerve around a rock and bump into an octopus whose tentacles stick to the windscreen. Lucy puts on the windscreen wipers which smack it round the head. It goes, spraying a thick black ink in the water. In the midst of a school of silvery fish. They swerve again to avoid an open-mouthed shark heading straight for them. They pass a few more sharks, then approach a giant submarine with a landing strip. Lucy presses a button, a hatch opens, and they drive inside. They park on a pad in the centre of the chamber. The water drains out and the vehicle is scrubbed by a giant brush, then dried by a giant dryer. A squeegee comes down and scrapes the windscreen. The vehicle is lowered into a vast hall. The circular pad it's on rests in the centre of a bigger pad. Lucy gets out of the car and presses a button on an electronic key. The boot opens and Gru falls out.
What's this like? Pins and needles.
In his spindly leg.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gru.
GPS 信号が失われまし
I
た。
apologize for our methods in getting you here.
I don't. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I am not gonna lie, I enjoyed that. Every second of it gave me a bit of a buzz, actually.
That's enough, Agent Wild.
Sorry.
Okay, this is bogus. I don't know who you people think you are, but
We are the Anti-Villain League, an ultra-secret organization dedicated to fighting crime on a global scale. Rob a bank? We're not interested. Kill someone? Not our deal. But you want to melt the polar ice caps? Or vaporize Mount Fuji? Or even steal the moon? Then we notice.
first of all, you got no proof that I did that. Second, after I did do that, I put it back.
We're well aware of that, Mr. Gru. That's why we brought you here. I am the League's director, Silas Ramsbottom.
Ramsbottom frowns.
Hilarious. Agent Wild.
Oh, me now? Recently, an entire top secret lab disappeared from the Arctic Circle. Yeah, the entire lab. Just gone. Where did it go?
I don't care.
The lab was devoted to experiments involving PX41, a transmutation serum. What is PX41, you ask? It's pretty bad. Look.
A rabbit's injected. The cute little white bunny rabbit grows into a big, ugly purple rabbit with huge teeth. The rabbit attacks the scientist who injected it, then leaps at the camera, which fails. Gru shields himself with his arms.
Oh, you usually don't see that in bunnies.
As you can see, in the wrong hands, the PX41 serum could be the most devastating weapon on Earth.
He gets stuck in a gap in the countertop.
Fortunately, it has a very
しばらく道
distinct
なり
chemical
です
footprint. And using the latest chem tracking technology, we found traces of it in the Paradise Mall.
A mall.
Precisely. And we believe that one of these shop owners is a master criminal. And that's where you come in. As an ex-villain, you know how a villain thinks, how a villain acts.
The plan is to set you up undercover at a shop in the mall where hopefully you'll be able to.
Okay, I see where this is going with all the Mission Impossible stuff, but no. I'm a father now, and a legitimate businessman. I am developing a line of delicious jams and jellies.
Jams and jellies.
Oh, attitude. That's right. So thanks, but no thanks. And here's a tip. Instead of tasing people and kidnapping them, maybe you should just give them a call. Good day, Mr. Sheep's Butt.
Ramsbottom.
Oh, yeah, like that's any better.
Gru walks off. He opens a watertight door and walks out onto a small platform on the now surfaced sub. Lucy steps up behind him and taps him on the shoulder.
Look, probably shouldn't be saying this, but your work as a villain was kind of amazing. So if you ever want to get back to doing something awesome, give us a call.
She gives him her card, then sweeps away dramatically. Gru rows a rowing boat, the minions at the stern. At home, Gru carries a sleeping Agnes
しば
to
らく
bed.
道なりです
Hey, I told you guys to get to bed.
Oh, sorry.
So when you're going on your date?
What?
Remember, Miss Jillian said she was arranging a date for you.
Yeah, well, she is a nut job and I'm not going on any date.
Why not? Are you scared?
Edith looks up at him. Gru has a flashback to him as a kid in the playground.
Hey, did you guys see the moon landing on TV? Yeah, I can't believe it. It's so cool. Yeah, and you know
Excuse
what?
me?
I was talking to
Lisa?
Bill the other day. No way. He is so cute.
Hey, Lisa, I was wondering if you...
Ew! Gru touched Lisa! Gru touched Lisa! Ew! Lisa's got crudies!
All the other kids run away from Gru in the playground. As an adult, he forces a smile.
Scared? Of what? Women? No, that's bonkers. I have no interest in going on a date. That's all. Case closed. I'm not scared of women or dates. Let's go to bed.
He kisses Edith's forehead.
Good night, Edith. Good night, Margot. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold the horses. Who are you texting?
No one, just my friend Avery.
Avery. Avery. Is it a girl's name or a boy's name?
Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter unless it's a boy.
I know what makes you a boy.
You do?
Your bald head.
Oh, yes.
It's really smooth. Sometimes I stare at it and imagine a little chick popping out.
この先
Good night.
左から合流
He
があ
kisses
り
her
ます
too.
Never get older.
She smiles and shuts her eyes. He switches the light out and leaves the room. Gru descends into his jelly testing area. Scores of minions are busy processing vast quantities of fruit for the jelly in the vast subterranean testing area. Conveyor belts carry huge quantities of fruit and equipment, while minions trample the fruit in vats to extract the juice.
しばらく道なりで
Fruit
す
hat. The minion wearing the Carmen Miranda-style fruit hat falls in a vat of orange jelly. Another minion operates a control console, and the orange jelly in the vat passes into a second glass vat and becomes purple. It passes on into a third vat and is finally squirted into jars. The minion who fell in the vat is also squirted out headfirst into a tiny jar. Gru steps out of an elevator.
Hey, Tim, nice haircut. Johnny, hang in there, baby. It's almost Friday. So, how's today's batch, Dr. Nefario?
I developed a new formula which allowed me to get every known kind of berry into one flavour of jelly.
Gru tries it.
That tastes good. I love the flavor of that.
It's horrible, isn't it?
No. Oh, we're making great progress. Here, try some of these.
A minion samples it and grimaces. He passes it to another who tries it and looks appalled.
Whoa. Okay, just because everybody hates it doesn't mean it's not good.
Listen, Gru. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about for some time now.
What? What's wrong?
I miss being evil. Sinister plots, large-scale crimes. It's what I live for. I mean, don't you think there's more to our future than jelly?
Well, I'm also considering a line of jams.
The thing is, Gru, I've had an offer of employment elsewhere.
Dr. Nefario, oh, come on. You're kidding, right?
It's a great opportunity for me. Bigger lab, more evil, full dental.
Dr. Nefario's equipment packs itself up into a neat wheelie case. He grabs the handle.
Very well. Let us give you the proper send-off. Minions! The highest are awarded to Dr. Nefario for your years of service. The 21 Fart Gun Salute.
The fart gas wafts over Dr. Nefario.
I counted 22.
Gru glares at a minion. Dr. Nefario sets off.
Farewell, my friend.
A couple of the minions sob. Dr. Nefario trundles forward on his mobility scooter, then presses a button. The scooter rises into the air as a hatch opens in the roof above him. Dr. Nefario twists the scooter's throttle, and it continues its slug-like ascent.
This may take a while. Go about your business.
Gru looks glum.
I miss you already.
As Gru wanders along a corridor, he studies Lucy's business card. He stops and looks thoughtful. Evening. Someone walks up outside Gru's house. Inside, a minion wearing a French maid's outfit is hoovering the carpet. Hearing the doorbell, he adjusts his lacy cap and answers the door. The maid minion is attacked. The Hoover tootles on by itself. Another minion in a Mrs. Mop outfit comes into the hall and sees it. He goes to the front door, which is still ajar. He goes back inside, then comes out again and gives the doorknob a quick polish. Morning. The girls are on a dating website.
Are you sure we should be doing this?
Yes, it's for his own good.
Okay.
GPS 信号が失われました。
No. Scary?
Weird.
Ah! What is that?
Good morning, girls. I have an announcement to make.
Hey, what celebrity do you look like?
Bruce Willis.
No.
Humpty Dumpty.
Ooh, Gollum.
Okay, what are you doing?
We're signing you up for online dating.
Oh, okay. What? No.
Oh, come on. It's fun. And it's time for you to get out there.
No, stop. No one is ever getting out there, ever. Okay, now for the announcement. I have accepted a new job.
Whoa, really?
Yes, I have been recruited by a top secret agency to go undercover and save the world.
You're gonna be a spy?
Right, baby. Gru's back in the game with gadgets and weapons and cool cars, the whole deal.
Awesome! Are you really gonna save the world?
Yes, I am.
He puts on shades. Minions strike poses, one having donned a dress and a ginger wig. Later, Gru is in the mall, which is housed within a huge glass dome. He and three of his minions descend an escalator. One wears shades, the second a false beard, and the third is the one in a dress. As he reaches the bottom of the escalator, the dress gets caught in the escalator and ripped off, leaving him in his pants. He hides behind a potted plant. Gru looks at a hairdresser's, the Eagle Hair Club, then at a cake shop.
Make my day.
He unlocks the door of Bake My Day, and he and the three minions go inside, the one in his pants now wearing the plant pot.
All right, here is the cupcake recipe I got off the internet.
He boots Flower Pot Minion towards the kitchen after the other two.
And don't go nuts with the sprinkles.
Gru inspects some cupcakes behind glass covers on cake stands. One looks like a pink bunny, another a green shark. Lucy peers through a glass cover and sticks her tongue out. Startled, she knocks a load of purple cupcakes into the air. As they fall, she karate chops and kicks them. One she bounces off her knees, then pummels it into others on.
I'll let you get it. Yeah, what you just saw there was a little something new I've been working on. It's a combination of jiu-jitsu, Krav Maga, Aztec warfare, and crumping.
Okay, that's weird. Why are you here?
On assignment from Silas. I'm your new partner. Yay!
What? No, yay! Ramsbottom didn't say anything about a partner.
Well, it seems that because of your checkered past, everyone else refused to work with you. But not me. I stepped up. And I'm Nail, so I kind of have to do what they tell me anyway.
A minion appears with a minion cupcake. Lucy kicks it, then prepares to pummel the minion.
You know this guy?
Yes, he's one of my minions.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have known. You're free to go.
The minion, Dave, wanders back towards the kitchen. As he does so, he gets a good look at Lucy. He imagines himself in various situations with her, running hand in hand along a tropical beach together. Having a picnic, she sips a glass of champagne while he glugs it down from the bottle. They sit on a bridge together and both pull out bazookas. They fire them, launching fireworks into the night sky. In his little fantasy, Dave kisses Lucy.
Dave! Earth to Dave! You can leave now.
He disappears into the kitchen. Gru and Lucy view the other shops through a covert telescope.
So, what do we got? Who's on the list? Fire 'em at me.
First suspect, Hedda Blumentop, proprietor of Mum's the Word Floral Shop.
No, not her.
Okay, moving on. Chuck Kinney, owner of Stuff-A-Bear.
A teddy bear explodes.
But I don't think so.
Hello?
A bearded man comes in.
Buenos dias, my friends. I am Eduardo Perez, owner of Salsa y Salsa restaurant across the mall. Now, open for breakfast. And you are?
Gru, and this is Lucy, and we are closed.
This is just gonna take a momento. I am throwing a big Cinco de Mayo party, and I am going to need 200 of your best cupcakes, decorated with the Mexican flag. It looks something like this.
It's tattooed on his chest.
What do you think?
He ripples the fat on his chest.
Look away!
Anyway, I have to go. It's all settled. I pick him up next week. Have a good day.
この
Come by
先、
if you get a
左
chance,
から合流
okay?
があります。
And welcome to the mall family.
Gru imagines Eduardo in a Mexican wrestler's masked outfit.
El Macho.
What?
This couldn't be.
What couldn't be?
That guy looks exactly like a villain named El Macho from about 20 years ago.
In flashback, El Macho pulls a bartender out from behind a bar, then pours himself a drink.
He was ruthless. He was dangerous. As the name implies, very macho.
He spikes his drink with rattlesnake venom, eats the glass, then smashes his way out of the bar through the wall. He shoulder barges an armored van to a halt.
He had a reputation for pulling off heists using only his bare hands. But sadly, like all the greats, El Macho was gone too soon. He died in the most macho way possible, riding a shark with 250 pounds of dynamite strapped to his chest into the mouth of an active volcano. It was glorious.
Yeah, sounds like El Macho's pretty dead.
They never found the body. Oh no. All that was ever retrieved was a pile of singed chest hair. But that face, it has got to be El Macho.
Then what do you say you and I break into his restaurant tonight?
Yes, that's good. Because I'm telling you, if anybody in this place has the PX41 serum, it's him.
Gru arrives home and finds the girls.
All right. Homework done, pajamas on, teeth brushed, time for bed.
What's the big hurry?
I have a lot of work to do.
Work? What kind of work?
Very important business. So hugs, kisses, good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs, blah, 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 blah.
But you said you'd help me practice my part for the Mother's Day show.
Fine. Let me hear it, quickly.
She kisses my boo-boos. She braids my hair. My mother is beyond compare. We love your mothers everywhere.
Wow, that was something else. I really like the way you smiled at the end. let's try this one more time, but a teensy bit less like a zombie, okay?
Okay. She kisses my boo-boos. She braids my hair.
Perfect, time to go.
I don't think I should do this.
Well, what do you mean? Why not?
I don't even have a mom.
Well, you don't need one to do the show. I mean, you did the Veterans Day pageant, and you haven't been in combat.
This is different.
Okay, well, then maybe you can just use your imagination.
You mean I pretend I have a mom?
Yes, right? You can do that, can't you?
Yeah, I do that all the time. Thanks, Gru.
Agnes gives him a kiss and scuttles off to bed. The Minions are having a celebration with large quantities of ice cream. They dance along the conveyor belts. The Minions party away. Some sit around a huge tub of ice cream, slurping it through straws. Gru comes in.
Please? Kevin, Jerry, watch the girls for me, okay? Dave, Stuart, come this way with me. Come on.
Dave stuffs in sweets and squirty cream.
Come on.
Dave puts a cocktail umbrella in his mouth. The light goes off in the girls' room. Kevin and Jerry put the girls to bed. Kevin and Jerry leave the room. On the landing, Kevin takes a golf ball from his pocket. As Jerry lies on the floor with the tea in his mouth and the ball balancing on it, Kevin prepares to take a swing at it with a golf club. Jerry gives him the thumbs up. Hearing the noise outside, they freeze. They make their way out of the house. Kevin raises his golf club. Quivering Jerry brandishes the golf tee. They creep towards some bins. Something moves in one of the bins. A cat pops up out of the trash. It jumps down and Jerry points mockingly at Kevin. As they squabble, they're caught in a bright light from above. The golf club and Jerry are lifted up off the ground. Kevin watches as Jerry is sucked up towards the bright light in the sky. Suddenly he rises into the air too. He grabs the cat. They're both lifted into the air and the beam of light vanishes. It comes back on and the cat is dropped onto the ground. Minions Dave and Stuart are parked outside the mall. Inside, a security guard wanders past Eduardo's restaurant, Salsa and Salsa. A huge bull is depicted bursting through the wall above the Salsa and Salsa sign. As the guard continues on his round, Gru pops out of a hatch in the floor just in front of the restaurant.
We're stealth ninjas. We make no sound.
Right. Gotcha.
Lucy boots the door open.
All right, El Macho. You're going down.
Wait.
What?
Aerosol.
What are you doing?
I'm checking for laser beam alarm triggers.
It's a restaurant.
You never know what kind of booby traps this guy could have set. Huh? Come on.
There are no booby traps.
Ha! Booby!
Gru stepped on a tripwire. A door up ahead of them opens. Lucy quickly hides behind Gru. The chicken steps through the doorway.
Oh, there's a chicken. Are you lost, little guy? You must be lost.
Some guard dog.
The chicken attacks him, pecking his face.
Get it off of me! Get it off of me! Get it off of me!
The chicken jumps up inside the sweater, knocking him back onto a table. It pops its head out of his jumper.
Look at it!
Gru grabs the chicken, but the bird gets on his head. Lucy grabs the tablecloth. She throws the cloth over Gru and the chicken. She leaps on top of Gru and removes the cloth. The chicken appears to have replaced Gru's head. Lucy swipes at it and it dodges her. It disappears and she punches Gru. As the chicken charges, she squirts a high-tech goo over it, immobilizing it.
What is wrong with that chicken? Hey, that polo is loco. No? Okay, let's go.
They make their way through the restaurant, Lucy leading the way, dodging between bits of cover as she waves a gadget around.
You getting anything?
No, not yet. But hey, maybe you can find something with these X-ray goggles.
Gru puts the goggles on. He gets a view of Lucy's insides.
How are they working? Tell me.
Ah!
What's wrong? Something wrong?
Oh, there's an image I'll never get out of my brain. Ah!
Using the goggles, Gru looks at a picture hanging on the wall. The X-ray goggles reveal a jar hidden behind the painting.
I knew it. Oh, the serum is in here.
Oh, then let's get it.
Oh, this is going to be good. Oh.
He opens a safe hidden behind the picture.
Aha! What? It's salsa.
Oh, man.
The label says Eduardo's secret salsa recipe. Eduardo finds his restaurant door open.
Somebody's going to die tonight.
He creeps through the restaurant, then spots his incapacitated chicken.
Pollito! What are they doing? Pollito, can you hear me? Who would do this to such a sweet little chicken? Who's there? You coming out, or am I gonna go in?
Gru and Lucy were trying the salsa. Hearing Eduardo, Gru uses a laser to cut a hole in the ceiling. Eduardo runs into the kitchen, brandishing the chicken and a knife.
Stop!
Call one of your munchkins!
We've been spotted. Come get us.
Dave and Stuart get into Lucy's car and speed into the mall. Dave steers while Stuart works the throttle. They knock over a janitor's cart and race around a water feature.
Subtle.
Gru and Lucy hurry towards them down an escalator.
Over here. Here.
Dave and Stuart drive up the escalator to a landing. Gru shoots a grappling hook up to the landing.
Hold tight.
He and Lucy are pulled up to the landing. The minions pass them. Eduardo emerges from the restaurant and Gru and Lucy hide. He produces several knives.
I have you now!
He's hit by the car. The minions, Gru and Lucy drive off. They smash out of the mall's glass dome. Lucy's car converts into an aeroplane just before it hits the ground and streaks away into the night sky. Day. The neighborhood children are playing outside Gru's house. They look up and see an ice cream van approaching. It pulls up and they rush to it. Stuart opens Gru's front door and looks out.